Hello YouTube, hello MGTOW, this is me MGTOW to win. I'm getting of that age. In fact, I'm at the cusp of that age to where everything that I say is irrelevant because of my age. Everything that I say is irrelevant to the younger generation. 32 years old. I've seen the Rodney King riots. I've seen the O.J. Simpson car chase. I've seen the Trayvon Martin riots. I've seen 9/11. I still remember that. They have men of all races getting harassed. In these modern times. We have populations dropping. With more males not being counted in the system. The destruction of men is everywhere. With no motive whatsoever. With no clear motive whatsoever. In some cases, men are lucky to make it out the womb. It is such a hostile environment for males, for boys, for men, that they're lucky to make it out of the womb, let alone childhood. They're lucky to not be aborted, because that's what women see men as. Failed abortions. Failed abortions. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take my word for it. Now, they managed to make it out of the womb. And they serve a whole host of problems. From archaic practices to brainwashing. boys are being systematically eradicated before they even become grown, before they become men. They're separated from their fathers in the most crucial times of their life. In the most crucial times of their life, they are separated from their fathers. Systematically, either through police intervention, or because they become wards of the state. Or through conventional means such as war in both domestic and abroad. They're separated. In the most crucial time of the life. Some of the men break. They break in many ways. They break through suicide, or break resort to suicide, or break altogether from society. Some men retain the hope of seeing their child once more. Some men actually get the chance to see their child. Only to break from the disappointment that the child is too far gone. The child or children are too far gone to be saved, are too far gone to form any type of bond. And break mentally, knowing that everything that they've worked for is in vain. Some men never get to see the children. Some men never get the chance to be a father. So when you get people who say, and when you get people who say, man up and pay child support, I want you to understand that with that line alone, you have potentially killed another man. You've potentially broken another man. You've potentially pushed a man to the anti-MGTOW Federation and MGTOW's many trolls. So when you say that men with children can't be MGTOW because they've had kids, and that they should man up and pay child support, you have potentially broken thousands of men with your words alone. Into suicide because they don't have the means to pay that child support. And live. There are men that are working only to starve. Only to freaking starve. How can you say something like that? How can you be so ignorant? So blatantly ignorant. I don't have kids and I'm aware of that. I am childless and I'm aware of that. I don't have a wife or a girlfriend and I'm aware of that. I have nieces and nephews and I'm aware of that. So go ahead and tell me, what's your excuse? So if I do have kids, I'm supposed to live my life starving, work 2 jobs, eating 1 slice of bologna on a half a slice of bread to make ends meet? In hopes not to starve to death? Malnourished? Oh, that only applies to children, not men. Women and children, not men. So go ahead and try to tell me that men with children can't be MGTOW when they've already lost enough. Go ahead and tell me that they need to man up and pay child support when they've lost everything. When literally their license, their driver's license, their means of making money is at risk. They're held hostage, they're pretty much held hostage. Man up and pay child support. Really? You're no better than a domestic terrorist that you claim to be against. You're no better than the domestic terrorist that you claim to be against. I didn't want to make this video. But knowing that there are people out there that are that ignorant has been eating away at me. That are that blatantly ignorant has been eating away at me. And I can't take it anymore. I can't hold it any longer. So I'm going to say what needs to be said, what I feel that needs to be said. And I'm going to get this out on on YouTube. If you don't like it, there are billions of other channels. You don't like it, there are billions of other channels. There are billions of YouTube channels. Actually, there are trillions of YouTube channels. Maybe a few billion of them make content. This is MGTOW in the Wind. Signing off.